Alright, let's see what Rev has to say.
We have
Let's
now
see how
entered a
Asmongold
trilogy
retorted.
regarding the Phase
Slaanesh.
Connect
Fuck
situation.
that demon
Now, for
broad.
those who are not aware, Phase Connect is a VTuber agent.
Okay, I'm gonna say this about Slaanesh. All Slaanesh is literally a 304 made into a chaos whore. That's literally all Slaanesh is. She was created by a bunch of freaking horny elves in space. There's nothing really particularly awesome about. Well, technically, it's not a her. Slaanesh can be anybody that in the deception of the mind. So technically, Slaanesh is the only transgender god in 40k. Chaos god, anyway.
Agency that is respected by many for.
Yep. Slaanesh is the fucking leftist degenerates incarnate. Yeah, that's why nowadays, if you know that somebody's playing Chaos, and they're specifically playing Slaanesh's forces, like Thousand Suns, something like that, that's how you know that they're definitely liberal. Transgender bender. Yeah, blender. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Why do you think she picked the Thousand Suns? They were literally the Space Marine chapter that were perfect in everything that they did. They had a chapter master who was literally perfection incarnate outside of Sanguinus. Literally. That's why she picked to corrupt him. And corrupt him he did. Now he's a giant walking fucking snake scorpion thing, and he's ugly as sin, and she manipulated him to go with Horus into the depths of heresy, and then we had our big old galactic civil war where the Emperor came out on top, and Horus was slain. God bless the Emperor of mankind, and fuck Horus.
A lot of reasons, including respecting their talents and protecting them from.
I like Slaanesh, but not in 40k. I'm more of a fantasy player to begin with. Oh, so you like bows and swords. That's not bad. Warhammer Fantasy is actually how I started. I just moved over to Warhammer 40k. Because I thought the whole entire thing of, like, Space Marines just got me, dude. I was hooked. Once I found out what Space Marines were, it was just like, oh yes. Yeah, that is me.
Cancel culture and other things for many years now, but over the past couple of days, that reputation has been tarnished because they have been absolutely decimated.
I like the guns. I tried fantasy, but guns. Exactly. Once I learned what a bolter was, I was like, yep, I'm in. They fire big guns that fire literal 66 millimeter rounds that have explosive ordnance in them. Yep, I'm game.
Decimating their own talents, throwing them.
I love
the
elves
bus,
and goth girls, so I play dark elves.
An
I'm a simple man. That's not a bad army in fantasy.
unbelievably difficult and controversial situation that we are now talking about. So, to give a recap on my previous two videos, basically Minecraft comes out with their 4th or 5th edition of a DLC called Good Trouble that masquerades itself as an educational piece. As we know, a lot of schools, including public schools, are forcing this onto their students. It's not optional for them. And from people who've
My kids are never going to a school that has this as curriculum.
actually experienced what the DLC.
You know what? I'm just going to homeschool my kids when I have kids. Fuck the public school system. I'll just do it myself. I'm not having my kids in public schooling.
Includes. It's got really a very small focus on actual historical context. Instead, it promotes protesting in a modern context, and a lot of people had an issue with that, including a
public
Phase
school
Connect
is lame.
talent
It
name,
is.
Jelly, who had this to say: "Screw it, man. I think pushing politics in my children's sandbox game is disgusting, especially when."
By the way, guys, if you guys haven't supported Jelly at all on X, go and support her. She's getting a lot of garbage on this thread in particular from everybody who's going against her about this. There's a whole lot of libtards giving her flack for not wanting politics in her game.
It's disguised as education. Let me play my stupid block game without having to engage or associate with any of your stupid political garbage that I literally do not care about. Now, this tweet was deleted, and FaZe Connect would make a statement apologizing for what Jelly said, and they would even go as far as to say we do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Now, in my previous...
This is why I will never join a corpo. No matter how much money they give me, no matter how much they offer it to me, I will not have somebody in control of the things I can and cannot say. I'm sorry, but it's stupid if you're in a corpo now. And if you do create a corpo in the future and it has to be with VTubing, don't silence your people. They're allowed to have an opinion. Don't threaten their livelihood because they said something. Let the internet judge them. And if they do fail, then you can fire them. Not, hey, let's delete their tweet and never hear from it again.
This video, I said, this will backfire because FaZe is known for having some edgy content creators, and they've never really made a statement like this
are you
in the
saying
past.
There are targets to be
and
found
I said,
for my trolling?
This
yes,
new
Silver.
standard will be used again.
They are all over this FaZe Connect official thread that Rev is showing you. They're like fucking cockroaches over there. Did you see that FaZe tubers probably were forced to unfollow Asmon on Twitter? What? Bro. Okay. Yep, it's official. FaZe Connect is fucking trash. To the wood chipper with you, FaZe Connect. Throw Fishman in that shit. Throw him in. Throw him in the wood chipper.
Against their current talents, including
last night,
an individual
I stayed
named
up too late.
Clara.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's verified by two of you. Like, come on, man. Fucking corpo pieces of shit. Oh, yay, and then we have this fucking woman. Yay.
Now, as you can see, I just find this interesting. I am preemptively blocked. Now, I talk about this in my second video slated for today. You can block whoever you want, but I just find this interesting that they preemptively blocked me. I've never
gotta cancel my
interacted
merch order tomorrow.
with this individual.
I highly advise you do that. I highly advise it. If it comes out of FaZe, don't fucking buy it. Fishman's being an idiot. He's appealing to the mob like that still fucking works. I don't get it. Do these leftists know anything about, like, how the Roman Empire failed? They failed because they had literally Julius Caesar that appealed to the mob and manipulated the mob into violence. And then it got killed on the steps with a knife. For how powerful he thought he was, a little dinky knife literally killed him. And that's going to happen to these guys. Not sad to see her go. They don't care, Cody. This is what they want. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm telling you to fight them with money.
Individual, but this Clara person from FaZe is very controversial.
And fuck this woman. She's one of the VTubers that celebrated Charlie Kirk dying. Fuck her.
For good reason. Back in September of last year, the day after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, they made some disgusting posts, okay? Basically encouraging political violence. I talked about this specific thread yesterday, but unfortunately I missed one of the most disgusting posts, okay? So Clara said this. Oh, I forgot to mention the women who voted for this. I hope you aren't trying to get pregnant and then are so happy when you are, and then they tell you the baby isn't viable and that you need an abortion to save your life, but they won't consider performing one until it's too late. And the sepsis takes over, and now both you and your baby are dead. I really hope that doesn't happen to you, because that would be tragic, wouldn't it?
Clara, you better hope to God that me and you never meet face to face. I believe in equal rights and equal lefts. Don't even come up to me. Because I know who you are because Face Connect blocked me. So. And you know who I am, obviously. Don't ever fucking come up to me after you spit bullshit like this. The man literally left 2 kids and a wife. Widowed 3 people. All because he's opened his mouth for an opinion. The same way that Jelly did. And somebody shot him over that. You're evil. You're an evil woman.
I'm fighting back
but
a lot
the
of things
Secphillian
I
is
want
back.
to say,
I'm dropping my subs and going back to the femboy VTuber.
This is disgusting.
You want to know something? Silver, I wouldn't blame you, but I would keep Pippa's. If you're a fan of Pippa, keep Pippa. Because she spoke out against FaZe, actually. She actually told Fishman that there's a better way to apologize, and guess what? She's not getting taken down, nothing. You know why? Because Pippa actually has power in FaZe Connect. FaZe Connect and the whole entire Fishman's little group around him know that they would be nowhere without Pippa. If Pippa decides to quit, I'm willing to bet that there's a clause in her contract where she can take her IP with her. And they know that. And they are terrified of that. I didn't say I would leave my Oshis, just the Corpo. Oh, okay. Pippa, she is awesome. She is. She may not be able to. What, keep the IP? Maybe, maybe not. But Pippa's smarter than everybody gives her credit for.
This is indefensible. And FaZe...
And you don't make a statement at Fishman directly the way that Pippa did unless you've got something over him. Something you can use. Because that's the way manipulative little bitches like Fishman operate.
Connect was aware of all of these statements. Not just the glorification of political violence, but this as well. And they said nothing. But when Jelly said, I don't want politics in Minecraft, they jumped the gun and said, we condemn this sort of bigotry and racism. Well, here's the people who are celebrating the decision regarding Jelly. A person whose account is titled Leader of the Anti-FaZe Connect Movement. They're laughing, saying, you effing losers. F you, Jelly. F you, Lumi. F you, Dizzy. F you, Pippa. Clara 1. Clara 1. Clara 1. Woke 1. F you, Nazi MFs. Now, this same account has deactivated. I'm sure they're going to come back. This account has been active for like 10 years. I'm sure.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Since I missed that, replying to something on a Discord.
Clara 1, Clara 1, Clara 1, Woke 1, F you, Nazi MFs. Now, this same account has deactivated. I'm sure they're going to come back. This account has been active for like 10 years. I'm sure they're going to resurface again when things calm down. Now, why did they deactivate? Well, step one.
I think the fan base is trying to set up a fallback plan in case FaZe pulls the rug on us.
And the statement by FaZe
sounds acceptable.
Was big enough to reach Asmongold.
What?
The Asmongold effect is real.
People are already sharing FaZe's talent private support sites like Patreon and Ko-Fi's.
Spoiler alert.
I've seen...
He didn't like it. He didn't like the situation.
A lot of people going to Jellies, for example. Oh, really?
And here's the result. Literally hours later, at 12:37 a.m. on February 6th. So,
yeah, prime example, today, Saba. Yeah.
FaZe announced that Clara is graduating. What an absolute mess, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute mess. This is terrible. Terrible timing. There's only two
Saba would start her own base girls group and tell the world
number
to suck
one,
it. Yeah, she would.
Clara planned this for many months.
Saba's enjoying her freedom from Hololive. That's what she's enjoying right
decided the day after the jelly controversy was the best time to finally announce this. And by the way, Clara has not streamed in months. Okay? So I guess it couldn't wait until now. Or option 2. This was the side effect, the collateral damage of their previous statement. And the backlash, including for people like Asmongold, highlighting what they did wrong. They're both bad. Okay, they're both atrocious. Terrible decisions. And here's some of the reactions, and this is me. This is me right here. I warned against this. I knew Jelly's punishment would be used as a new standard against their current and I guess now former talents. And here's some of the replies saying people in the replies forgetting she made fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Like, son, it took you months.
Holy
to
shit! I'm
this.
In this.
Wow, Fishman.
Cody's in is in a Rev video, bro. What the fuck? Yes, baby. Holy shit. Oh, yes, Rev. My Kamiyoshi shouted me. Okay, Chad, I gotta stand up for that one. Hold on. Oh, yes. Oh. Hell yeah. Oh. Wow, it got 2.1K when he recorded for 133 likes with 4 reposts. Damn. Hold on. I gotta go back a second.
Like, son, it took you months to finally do this. Wow, Fishman, referring to the CEO. Good job. Another corpo for the wood chipper. Long overdue. Charlie Kirk right there.
Hey, chat, I think that it's now time that I put some very large effort into getting you guys that wood chipper emote. I gotta get that for you guys now, because he doesn't understand the lore behind me saying wood chipper there.
There are decades where nothing happens. Then there are days where decades happen.
That's so true, valid.
R.I.P. Clara. Total chud victory. Gets criticized by...
Her original post on Charlie Kirk was, she actually said, rest in piss, Charlie Kirk. She actually made a solo post with nothing on it. And then she highlighted the TikTok gallery of people insulting Charlie Kirk to death. Like, 35 minutes later. Because I remember everybody that made fun of Charlie Kirk. If Chad, if you guys were here last September, I literally took a day off 2 days after Charlie Kirk died, putting up American flags in my neighborhood. I literally live close to where this happened. On my way to work now, well, on my way to work when I was at my old job, I used to pass by that memorial every day. And I would sit there and wave at it as I passed by. God, I miss him being on the internet.
Asmon once.
You know what's really stupid about that is now when it comes to politics, Candace Owens' crazy psycho ass is everywhere.
Effing dies. Won't be missed, but your model was hot too. That's what people are saying. Here's another quote saying, this should have happened.
Neven! Got chat. Polar Bear is in it too. Yes. Fuck yes. Me and Neven got a cameo together in... In Rev's video, yes. Bear Jew. Yeah. Neven is actually a really good friend of mine, and it's pretty awesome that both of us together are in a video together. All of the homies are being noticed by Rev. Yeah, I know, dude. Like, the moment he got kicked from Advanced GG, he's including a lot of people that are normally in his posts now. Oh, another emote idea. What do you mean, another emote idea?
Happened back in September. Unfortunately, it only happened because of Asmongold.
We need a Leering Center
you're not
emote.
Getting support this time. Here's another one saying, "Good riddance." Usually, I don't celebrate this kind of stuff, but she celebrated the murder of Charlie Kirk. Whether you agree with the things he said or not, celebrating the murder of a father is unforgivable. Then we have this quote saying, "Can't believe this is the guy responsible for getting rid of this demon and saving FaZe Connect." Now, Clara herself would quote the graduation announcement saying this, "I just want to state that..."
Clara, you can rest in piss. The same thing that you said to Charlie Kirk and his wife. Rest in piss. I hope your career falls to ashes in your hands. I hope to God that you come back as an indie and nobody is there to support you. I hope that your career dies right here and now.
This is a decision I made in
mid-November
and had been contemplating for a while before that. I didn't want
I'm
to
just
draw
gonna forget about her.
away
That's a
from
good
my
idea, Raz.
Gen
I'm probably going to forget about her too.
Graduation last month, and we finalized
Felicia.
the date earlier this week. Thank you.
Who?
Really? You don't want to take the spotlight? So the day after your company finds itself in a horrible PR nightmare involving Jelly and the public condemnation of her by her own company, you decide now's the best time. If you really cared about this company, why wouldn't you push it back further? Who cares at this point? Literally, who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Good
matter.
point.
You made your mind up back in November. Okay, great. But why now?
It's because
This is ridiculous.
Fishman literally can't handle all the negativity. He literally thinks right now that everybody's staining his reputation to the point to where he can't recover it. So now he's just giving people what they want to silence the mob. In which case, in his brain, the right-wing side of VTubing is the mob. His little leftists aren't the mob. We're the mob. We're the misogynistic pieces of shit that have now helped out one talent and got another one fired. That's what his eyes see, which is why he's panicking like a little girl. He's doing the same thing that Peter did with Advanced GG. He's making off-the-cuff decisions, and getting rid of her was a decision. The difference, though, between Fishman's choice and Peter's choice is that his product will eventually fail, which is no big deal in the grand scheme of things. But this is a person. You literally let Asmongold tank her career. So, good for you, Fishman. You proved to the entire world that you're an idiot.
Ridiculous. Okay, I really don't have any empathy for this individual, for the horrific and disgusting things they said about Charlie Kirk, and conservatives, basically anyone who disagrees with them. It's disgusting. I don't care.
By the way, chat, go buy coffee with code KODIAKVT.
Or the fans are mad at me. Whatever.
Yeah, guys.
It is.
Go to Dragon's Treasure. It's down there in my About page. If you go there, you can buy some soap, coffee, tea. Get 10% off by using KODIAKVT in all caps at checkout. Really good dude. Really solid guy. Yeah, he's got a lot of good products. I ordered some soap from him.
What it is. I think this whole situation...
She did it to herself,
from a
though.
management
That's
level
true.
to people like Clara.
That may be true that she did it to herself, but you cannot ignore the fact that Fishman is panicking right now. If you think that he's got a clear mind right now, he doesn't. And that can't be ignored because he still has how many talents underneath his posture? Like 25? Yeah.
have been an awful,
Let him panic?
awful.
Yes, but if he's going to panic, then there's a whole bunch of talents that might get in the crossfire too. I mean, look at what happened with VShojo. Mouse, Zen, none of those people did anything to VShojo that was negative, but the owner of VShojo fucked up real hard. He started panicking, and then they all had to go independent just out of nowhere. That's a major, major life change, man. If you go from corpo to independent. And it's a bigger life change than most fans realize because they're the fans. They're not actual VTubers. Why do you think the fan base is exploding? Yeah, exactly. Because they're pissed off that they're finally figuring out that Fishman's an idiot. Not only does he deserve to be panicked right now, but at the same time, he also has to rein it in because he has people to take care of. Which could be a bad thing. I'm not saying, here's what I'm not saying, chat. I am not saying that I support Fishman in any way, shape, or form. What I am saying is that his actions could be very, very demeaning to those around him. Which is what you're going to see in the next couple of months.
Group of decision makers. This is a mess. And people are very upset. This company has been known for protecting their talents and allowing them to have
I don't think it was him that made the call, but he didn't reel this in before it happened in the silence is compliance.
They let it go. They never addressed.
I think that it started off as silence is compliance, and then he realized how big a deal it was, and then he was like, I gotta do something to make them happy, or they're just not gonna spend their money anymore. They're not gonna like my talents anymore, so who's the one with the most... Who's the one that can give us instant gratification? Well, they hate Clara. They really don't like Clara because of her take in September. Okay, fire her. That's how I think that conversation went, Silver. This will hang for a few weeks, and there will be another pop-off with the antis. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Addressed it. But now, all of a sudden, the day after the Jelly situation
opened the floodgates.
Aspen Gold bringing to light...
They did, and they earned every second of it, too.
...to what's going on. All of a sudden, now, Clara graduates. Officially. This is either incompetence or just an intentional jab towards FaZe in a really bad situation for them already.
This is just the start, so
but anyways,
grab the popcorn.
That's
I'm
going to do it for today's video.
I'm
I
at
hope
work
this
all weekend.
trilogy ends today. I really do hope it ends today, but that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Well, guys... Oh, shit. Nope, I can't show that on YouTube. That's an actual licensed movie. No, stop. Just hope my beloved Star and Rune can make it out on top. Yeah, I hope that your guys' favorites from FaZe Connect can make it out on top. I really do. And I hope to God it doesn't splash down on top of them and hurts their careers. I hope that doesn't happen. But guys, go sub to Rev. This one's going to be on YouTube because me and Neven were in it. So, yeah, I'm having a little bit of a freak out right now because my Kamiyoshi himself just shouted me out in a video. So, thank you, Rev. If you ever do get a hold of this, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.